Hello, and welcome back. Alright, so last time, we took down the Blood Rose Legion. So hard to say that. And we got a little bit more story. So we have some idea on where to find Agnes's friend. But otherwise, that's all we've got. We didn't. It was mostly side quests last time. March 7th. It's been 4 years since I stood here. The fortress stands grim and imposing as ever. Just what do they aim to do with a sword that large? My guide greeted me respectfully. I suppressed my desire to break his face. Ugh, enough! Stop talking! I know about this land and its resources without your yapping. Mithril steel. An exceptionally hard metal, refined from locally mined ore. Upwards of 80% of the world's mithril originates in Eisenberg's mines. In rare cases, the same veins have yielded orichalcum. Orichalcum, an extremely precious metal, found exclusively in Eisenberg. Its durability is unrivaled, making it ideal for use in weapons and armor. Also notable is the extreme amount of energy released when the metal is melted under high pressure. It's all common knowledge. Does he think we don't have schools? Upon entering, I found the place utterly unchanged. I still have that old memo on the Stark Fort's layout, status and layout. We soon arrived at the top floor. Just how long do you intend to chase at my heels? When I barked at the guide, he seemed genuinely confused. A waterfall of sweat poured from him. A guffaw rang out, cutting off any further tirade. The guide scuttled off, and a giant hand came clapping down on my back. March 17th. Someone please explain to me how I wound up defending this brat? Ah, right, because that fat scum and the weakling started eagerly talking about the torturing the information out of him. Disgusting. I'm not worried about this weakling Ashtray. I could handle him with my eyes closed. But the drugs the fat one cooks up, the poisons especially, could ruin the child's body. And so we stood there, staring each other down for a full half hour. It wasn't for another 30 minutes that old man Battle Axe caught wind of the standoff and came to my rescue. Fatty and I were both drenched in sweat by that point. Ashtray and the brat had passed out. In the end, the child became my responsibility. Ashtray is still spewing complaints, but it sounds like Fatty was chewed out hard for his hand in this latest stunt. Seems the kid is grateful for having been spared even by someone like me. He's started to open up a bit. He's 8 years old and lost both parents to the war. His grandfather took him in until disease claimed him as well. Textbook orphan story. He was rounded up with the other orphans and put to forced labor. Between ditching work and saying strange things, he drew the guards' attention, and that landed him here. My efforts have earned me an unruly roommate. When he's asleep, he's no different from any other kid. He's no different than any other kid. I thought to turn in for the night as well, but the words he mumbled in his sleep as I put out the light stopped me cold. March 19th. He begged me to bring him with me. In the end, I caved. He pulled a lever in the rock or some such, and a tunnel to the magma caverns opened up. I'd never felt such heat. Between the steep, narrow path, this blasted heat, and having a brat in tow, my progress was miserably slow. During one of our short breaks, I was taken unawares by one of Idia's tirades. Distracted or not, careful to watch my back or not, I had allowed the enemy to draw near without so much as realizing it. Absolutely mortifying. Let the boy go! I wasn't about to risk combat with the brat at my side. Even I have my limits. He was nearly passed out from exhaustion. I laid him behind the rocks and stepped forward. I saw no other choice but to fight. In the short while since I'd last seen them, the Vestal, Tiz, and Idia's faces had grown older. Stronger. Their teamwork wasn't half bad either. I busied myself with the Vestal while thinking on how best to drive back Idia without harming her. Stay back! Stay back! Don't come here! All I could saw the boy stumbling closer with shout. The cavern shook, and the ground beneath him gave way. Tiz was the first to react. Hang in there. We'll get you up. Let go. We'll both fall. Agnes, leave me. Go! Unacceptable. My grip. It's slipping. I acted without thinking, clutching Idia to me and pulling her to safety. Magma roared past beneath me. We stood there, wordless until we caught our breath. Thank you, Idia began. Suppose I owe you for that. I reflexively jumped back. Idia stood there, Ise no Kami held drawn and ready. Some thanks. Agnes shielded the boy while Tiz came to join Idia. As the sound of her swing cut the air, the ground beneath me crumbled once more. I saw the look of shock on Idia's face as if time were standing still. I slowly fell toward the magma below, joined by a shower of falling rock. My vision went red. The Twilight Ruins. Three chests. Oh. Anxiety. Something wrong? You remember the girl who won at the festival? Sure, the little one, right? I have no interest in little girls. There's nothing sexy about a twig that's yet to bud. I can't imagine how she won. I don't think Idia was asking for all that. I could swear I've seen her somewhere before. I just can't place where. Oh, so we did actually get to see that. Aha. Courage ring.
Agnes! Olivia! Oh, thank goodness! Thank goodness! I've been so worried. I had no idea where you were. If you were safe.
And I am sorry. I've been on the run, hiding in one corner of Florum or the next.
Since the day the darkness took the crystals?
Darkness? You speak of what happened a few weeks ago? No, I've been a fugitive for longer. Years now.
I would say probably about 3 years.
But I don't... Whatever for?
Florum maintains a show of stability and peace, but it's been home to harsh persecution. Crystallists are rounded up. Any who struggle are killed. I nearly joined them more than once.
Persecution? At whose hands?
Any under the banner of the Bloody Rose. The fields have run red since the day they appeared.
The Blood Rose Legion.
I thought to smuggle the faithful to safety, but I am one woman alone.
I too nearly died by the hands of the Duchy in Kaldisla.
I feared as much. I know not the cause of the violent hate they bear us, but it exists. But come, seeing you again like this is a happy occasion. We've both survived. In truth, I had begun to doubt such a reunion would ever come to pass.
Have you had some cause to lose hope?
The Vestal of Fire is dead. I heard it from a member of the Blood Rose Legion.
Ooh.
Are you certain? Oh, this is terrible!
No! Then that means you two are the only ones still able to awaken the crystals!
Awaken? What does she mean? And what is she?
Don't eye me like I'm some kind of monster! I'm a Crystal Fairy!
Olivia, we Vestals are the only ones able to dispel the evil shadow spreading over the land. And to do that, to fill the Great Chasm, all 4 crystals must be awakened.
I see. In my seclusion, I had no idea. You fought so hard, Agnes. How my little crybaby friend has grown. I've cried enough as well. The task ahead was insurmountable alone, but together, we can do this. I cannot hope to lead anyone by continuing to flee. Those believers who remain need comfort, hope, and the world needs our aid. I'm coming with you, Agnes.
Olivia, thank you. I'll be tenfold braver with you at my side.
Then let us begin at the Temple of...
Your little game of hide and seek is at its end.
Who?
That little girl took the festival crown. Why is she here?
Could it be... we were followed?
The witch, Victoria. I remember now. She sits upon the Council of Six, leaders of the Eternian forces.
What?
Yep.
You Vestals have run quite out of hand at late. I shall see your running ends here.
Look out! Agnes!
No! Olivia! It was me! That was meant for me! It was meant for the both of you. How irritating. Olivia! Please, no! Olivia!
Let this be a nightmare.
Be careful. The witch is a greater foe than we can hope to defeat.
Oh, bother.
Another?
You're late, Victor. I started without you.
So you have. Our purpose was to be the capture of the Vestals. But I fear you've overdone it. Not that it especially matters.
You know how I detest holding back. Temperance is so dull. They're like little dolls. One good twist and up pops their head.
You are ever demanding of your toys, Victoria.
Yeah, this is loads of fun now, isn't it? I'm pretty sure this is not when we beat them, but I don't know. Because it really looks like it is when we beat them, based off of what we're seeing here. Yep, 60,000 health. Ow.
They've been apart half a lifetime. And just finally, have you no humanity?
Victor, were we to bring back the Vestals, plural?
No, Victoria. We were charged with securing only one.
Then I think I'll go ahead and kill the Wind Vestal. Yes, that sounds rather lovely.
80,000 health on him. So, she is ultimate offense, and he is ultimate defense. Is what I remember. But he just raised his attack power on all elements, so...
Were these my father's orders? It's the Grand Marshal's girl. I was too distracted by the Vestals to notice. Has my father truly performed such brutality all this time? Quiet your wing. He was calm enough when he cast you off.
Indeed, I see no issue with terminating her here.
Weak to light and dark. That's not helpful at all.
your course, Victor.
Then, shall we conclude?
Erase all but the water vestal. The rest?
Victoria! Victoria!
Ah, I was right. Yeah. As you can tell, they were kicking my butt.
Of course, it would have to be now. I fear we must adjourn. My apologies.
My apologies. Did we win?
They let us go?
Olivia! Please, hold on! You can't! Why did you? We'd only just met again!
You are always quick to tears. I need to keep close watch. I'm sorry. As you say, we just... after so long. Please, I leave my duties to you. Awaken the water crystal.
I can't! I need you, Olivia! I can't do this alone! I can't do this.
You can. You will. I know. You can. Only you. Only.
Olivia! Open your eyes! Please! Open your eyes! You're the only one. My only friend. Don't leave me! Please! Don't leave! I need you! Olivia! Olivia!
Why did this have to happen? It's not right!
It's too cruel. It feels like my heart's been torn up into ribbons. It's too sad. But where do we go from here? You're the only Vestal left, Agnes. Can you do it? I'm so sorry to ask this of you now, but there's no other way. So I'm asking you, awaken the 4 crystals before the world is swallowed completely. It's what Olivia wanted. She said you could do it. Only you. So please, save this world, Agnes.
Olivia lies dead because of me. The same as the acolytes of the Temple of Wind, the night the darkness struck. Why do they all hurry to leave me so? Why is it always me left behind? They're all leaving. Everyone I ever knew. Vanishing forever. Why am I even...
Agnes, I don't know the words to comfort you. But I want to say this at least. You have us. Always.
I will do it. There's no one else left.
Agnes's anguish. Agnes is beyond downhearted. Wish I knew what to say to her. It's my fault. I should have remembered who Victoria was sooner. 2 Vestals shared a bond closer than I can begin to imagine. For now, we'd best just give her space.
Wait! Something isn't right. The air is charged. It's totally different from before.
Look, there, in the crystal. Rusalka! That's Rusalka, purveyor of doom!
It's the same as the last time.
We can't awaken the crystal until we're rid of the beast, Agnes!
Then I have no choice. I must do this!
Okay, it has 30,000 health. Notably, that's less than half of the lower of the two between Victoria and Victor. Yeah, between Victor and Victoria. So yeah, that kind of lets you know about how much of a chance we stood there.
It's all or nothing!
That was a tenth of its health in one hit. Ow!
Don't blink.
I really needed that. That's why I went ahead and did it, even though we had plenty of time left on the special. I really needed the heal. The real one's hiding. Ow. It's the one in the middle. This is why you only scan one. down. Well, it's almost dead. I like how they keep trying to bewitching voice on Idia because she's the one person protect against charm on my team. I just needed Anya's up. Oh my goodness. Which one? That one. Just keep her up. Raise. Draw. Oh, that's fun. Let's see if I can keep one person up. There we go. That helps. Which one? That one. Yeah. Try one more time. There we go. That's the only one that really mattered.
Good luck!
not carried anything. Okay. And down. Idia gained a level. Tiz gained a level. Anyas gained a level. And I got a Turbo Ether and an Ether.
Good. We're ready to begin the rite. All set, Anyas? I'll go over the process for the ritual once more, just to be sure. To awaken it, you must set your own life force to resonate with the crystal's natural rhythm.
You don't actually have to
Focus
do a
your prayers on
rhythm.
the
You just have to
crystal, and
push.
don't stop,
You just
Anyas.
have to match the button.
If it works as it should, we'll soon see dramatic results. I know I said it before, but be sure you don't stop before it's done. Keep praying until I give the signal to stop, no matter what. The flow of the crystal's energy could reverse and explode out of control. Is all of that clear, Anyas?
I understand. You needn't repeat yourself.
Anyas,
If it does go berserk, do we get a second chance at the ritual?
No second chances, which is why it's so important you all stay out. All right, Anyas, let's begin.
Right.
Not yet! Just a little longer! More! Keep going! Still not enough! You can do this! Stop! That's it! Yes! It's done! The water crystal is awakened! You did amazing, Anyas!
Anyas, are you all right? She's completely exhausted.
I'm fine. No cause for worry. That makes 2 crystals.
We're halfway there.
Anyas, you need to rest. You've been pushing yourself this whole time.
I told you. I'm fine. Please, spare me your concern. I have to do this. I have to do it alone.
Your support ability cost limit has increased by 1.
Lady Matriarch, the sea! Its waters are clearing!
Oh, it's the guidance of the Vestal. Praise be to her. Oh, Lady Vestal, the oceans herald your return to us. I take it for a sign the water crystal, too, is returned to its pure state. What joy! And the Vestal of Water, is she not with you as well?
Olivia Oblige, Vestal of Water, has given her life in the service of the crystals.
No, but that can't. I had thought certainly the clearing waters were her doing. Lost to us, gone from this world. What is Florum to do now? It is by your efforts Florum is spared from the Blood Rose Legion's venom. I give you the thanks of all Florum's people in the Vestal of Water's stead. The nation will not return to its chaste and proper ways overnight, I'm certain. But once a new Vestal is chosen, the people's hearts will unite behind her. Might I ask where your travels take you next, Lady Vestal?
I was told the Vestal of Fire is deceased. I must hurry to the Fire Crystal's side.
I see. Then beyond the sea, to Eisenberg and the Temple of Fire. If you follow the waters west of here, ever west, you will find it. First, cross the Miasma Woods, then to the shore of the Inner Sea. I shall make a mark of it upon your map. The seas are only newly tamed, and the journey is long. I pray you will be safe.
The pendant. Are you alright, Agnes? Forcing yourself, you don't... You so worried about me? Do I make you so worried? Of course I'm worried about you. After what happened, how could I not be? I'm fine. I haven't the luxury of stopping to mope. When we first met, you were praying to that pendant of yours, weren't you? The sage gave this to me when I was a child. He said something I didn't properly understand, then handed it to me. What did he say? Have the courage to think and act on your own. And the courage to disobey as well. And should you ever face a danger beyond all hope, this pendant will be your salvation. What do you think he meant? I had no idea at the time. Even now, I cannot say that I understand any better. The sage is a mysterious man, but I trust his words were true. Now, that's enough talk. We ought to be moving.
Shall I cast off then?
Please.
Dark mood for a nice day's sailing.
Agnes, forgive me.
For what?
What happened to Olivia? I am partly to blame.
You may have fought for the duchy, but you've nothing to do with the one who killed Olivia.
But I do. That monster, the one they call the witch, Victoria. I knew of her.
Just who are you, Adia? Before, when that man attacked, Alternus, you knew him. Better than a simple soldier of the Sky Knights ought.
I hadn't intended to hide who I am, but I should have told you sooner. My father is Grand Marshal of the Eternian Forces, leader of the Council of Six.
What?
If the Council is in charge, and he leads the Council, your father's the head of the whole duchy!
Then the order to assassinate the Vestal of Water came from your father?
I don't know. I don't know. I can't blame you if you blame me for it, though.
You don't... You intend to stand there and feign heartache and innocence both? Perhaps it was you who communicated Olivia's hiding place to the duchy?
That's not... I wouldn't!
Nah, it's because we read that letter
Perhaps you were
aloud.
this whole time, deceiving us even now!
Anya, stop! We fought this far together. That means something. Don't doubt it.
Excuse me. I need rest. I ask that you leave me alone a while.
We're crossing into open water.
Ah, over here, everyone! Feast your eyes upon this!
What's the matter?
Oh.
Oh my.
Chapter 3, Beloved Bonds.
What on earth is that?
A ship, perhaps? But it's too big.
And it's not moving.
I'll wager the women there frolic around in bathing suits all day long.
In your dreams, ring a bell.
Yep.
What are we waiting for? Let's lodge there tonight.
Unacceptable. We've no time for distractions. We must awaken the fire crystal.
I am the one at the helm here, no? I'll make the call. Thank you very much.
It's okay, this is important anyway. A glamorous life. This thing is enormous! How many Escalots do you think would fit in there? Is it a ship? An island? Have we chanced upon the forbidden sanctuary of the Bikini tribe? Here's hoping they're cannibals with a taste for philanderer. From its look, it has to be a ship. Some luxury cruise liner, maybe? A luxury what? Crew who? What are you talking about, Idia? It's like a super duper huge boat with every extravagance imaginable. Every cabin, a king's bedchamber. Every meal, a 5-star feast. You name it, they have it aboard. Whoa, such a thing really exists? Here I've never seen anything bigger than a crabbing ship. Tiz, please, you're getting bumpkin all over my pharaoh bikini woman fantasy. Grandship, the sinking state.
Wow! This ship has a whole town on board! Or should I say this town looks like a ship? I'm confused.
I can feel us rocking. It's floating all right.
Where are all the scantily clad girls?
Oh, what a letdown.
I love these characters.
Well, well, here's some faces I haven't seen before. New to the ship? Then the seas must have cleared up everywhere and not just here. Excellent news. Say, have any of you seen a lad by the name of Zats? He's hurt and supposed to be staying off his feet, but he wandered off. If you see him, can you bring him back to the tavern? He's a scrawny, fidgety little fella, so you can't miss him. Thanks in advance.
At this rate, the Shield Bearers will lose the war. We need your help. Anything will do. Resources, manpower. Please aid us. I've traveled far to make this plea. What are we gonna do?
You wouldn't happen to be Zats, would you?
Yeah. Who's asking?
The tavern proprietress wanted us to find you. Let's go.
All right then. I'm coming. What a mess.
What were you thinking roaming around in that state?
Like I said, it's not that bad. Just a little bruise on the ribs, that's all.
Ow!
What were you asking the council for back there?
Aid. We need their support. I'm from the city of Eisenberg, far to the west of here.
Eisenberg. That's where the fire crystal is.
That's right. There was an uprising, and now we're in the middle of a civil war. The Shield Bearers are losing ground, and unless we can do something, we'll be defeated.
So, these shield bearers are the faction you're aligned with?
That's right. The Shield Bearers have served as the protectors of Eisenberg for centuries. But a few years ago, a group called the Swordbearers rebelled. We've been at war ever since. They are but few in number, truth be told.
What? Why are the shield bearers losing to a smaller force?
The Swordbearers we can handle, but they have powerful foreign mercenaries on their side.
Guess where they're from.
Foreign mercenaries. They wouldn't happen to call themselves the Black Blades, would they?
Yeah, that's them. Wait, are you with those mercenaries as well?
No,
Nope.
don't worry. We mean you no harm.
Idea, are these Black Blade mercenaries linked to the Eternian forces?
Yep.
Yes. The Black Blades is the moniker of the 1st Division of the Eternian Forces. My master's unit.
Zax, can you tell us what happened to the Fire Vestal? We heard she had perished.
Yeah, the Swordbearers got hold of her around 3 years ago.
She was killed?
Assassinated. When the bloody conflict reached an impasse, the Swordbearers raided the Temple of Fire.
Sacrilege! What of the Vestaling, the Fire Vestal's successor?
There was one, but she met the same fate.
How awful.
It falls to me, then. We must hurry to the temple.
You're going to the Temple of Fire? You won't get anywhere near it now, I'm afraid. A few weeks ago, Mount Karka erupted, and the whole temple is a sea of lava now.
Nevertheless, we must find a way. Let us hurry to Eisenberg.
I don't suppose you could take me with you. My friends are waiting for my return.
Have you given up on finding support here?
The war will be over before too long. I can't afford to wait any longer.
Are you okay with us taking him aboard, Agnes?
Very well.
Thanks! I owe you one!
It's okay, we're gonna go assassinate the enemy commanders. Yeah, so this is a little stop to stock up on the way over. Because we're not going to go straight into a town at the other end.
Eisenberg is far to the west of here. You'll see a little harbor when we hit land. We can go ashore there. The lads should be waiting for me in the area. Don't even think about landing on the north coast. The Swordbearers hold sway up there, so it's dicey.
So I'm thinking about landing up on the north coast. You know, because why not?
What's happening?
We're being attacked from the land. Best give up on docking here.
Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. Or something like that, but, you know. There's Eisenberg, by the way. Or Eisenberg.
Something isn't right.
What? What is it?
There are no nymphs frolicking about in swimsuits. It just isn't right.
Oh, you really are hopeless, Ring-a-Bell.
And that's why we can't dock here. We can dock here, but that's because there's not really anywhere to go. As you can see.
Great! We made it! Leave the rest to me.
What's the plan?
The dock at the cottage we're heading to is too small to moor this ship. My mates will ferry us over in a smaller boat. It'll take a couple of trips.
Got it.
A couple of trips for 5 people? Wow. House by the sea.
Zats, you had us worried. Good to see you still in one piece.
Likewise, Dads. Looks like we're all here. Don't worry about the ship. This harbor is nice and sheltered, so it'll be fine. The peninsula hides it from any prying eyes on the open sea, too. How are you healing up, Dads?
I'm fine. Just a little sore back now. This body's tough as nails, as you can see. I'm lucky to still be breathing after facing the blade of that sword master, though.
Swordmaster?
Yep.
Oh, nothing.
Thanks for bringing Zats back to us. We appreciate it.
Not
I mean,
at all.
Izumi,
We'd
obviously.
have never made it ashore without Zats to navigate.
Hey, after seeing you in action, I have a favor to ask. Would you meet with our leader?
What's this about, Zats?
Listen, Dads. These guys are top-notch fighters. They were knocking the blocks off monsters like it was nothing. I couldn't get Grandship on our side, but with these guys to back us up, please, you've got to help the shield bearers. I'll never ask another thing of you.
You want us to help you win the war?
The sword bearers betrayed us, and they have the Fire Vestal's blood on their hands. Don't think they'll stop when they conquer Eisenberg. They plan to plunder other regions next. We can't let them run rampant. They must be stopped, and for that we need you.
Unacceptable.
Agnes?
We cannot afford to get caught up in a conflict now. We must awaken the crystal at the Temple of Fire. That is my task as a Vestal of the Crystals. We have no time to wage war.
You're a Vestal? You?
Agnes is the Wind Vestal. She's trying to save the world, so don't get in her way.
Ugh! What's that scrawny little thing?
A monster.
A Christ fairy, they say. Gave me a start the first time I saw it as well.
You don't say. I never imagined a Vestal would be so young, or that she'd keep company with such an odd creature.
Hey, watch who you're calling odd. I might forgive you if you tell us how to get to the Temple of Fire.
The Temple of Fire? All the roads there were blocked by lava.
Our commander might know something. The shield bearers have been trying to find a way through for a while.
Well, whether we join forces with the shield bearers or not, let's at least talk with their commander, Agnes.
Whether we join forces with them or not is not up for debate. It's side quests to do so, and you know what the rewards for side quests are.
Something you want to ask?
About this realm.
Eisenberg is a land dotted with many active volcanoes, of which Mount Karka is the largest. Thanks to all the volcanic activity, you can dig up precious metals and gems practically anywhere. This is the one place in the world where orichalcum can be mined. Impressive, huh?
Our main industries are mining, smelting, and gem working. All are connected to the fire within the earth that sustains us. But mining has ground to a halt due to the Civil War. So have trades that rely on it.
This realm was founded by the forces stationed here to protect the Temple of Fire and the Fire Vestal. Powerful garrisons guarded the north, south, east, and west borders. There was no mightier force in all the world at the time. Despite that, we never moved to attack our neighbors. We took pride in our defensive stance.
That's how we built a nation in this barren land, while protecting generations of Fire Vestals. Everyone was a devout follower of crystalism. Their faith was strong, and the Fire Vestal was honored above all others.
Something you want to ask?
About the factions.
They say this realm was founded by a militia that formed to protect the Fire Vestal. This militia came to rule the land, and over many years split into two factions serving different purposes. The Shield Bearers protected the Temple of Fire and the Fire Vestal, while the Sword Bearers repelled any foreign invaders. This was... how long ago would it have been? Centuries at least. It was an age of peace for Eisenberg, with crystalism as the official religion, and the Fire Vestal revered by all. Over time, the Shield Bearers and Sword Bearers changed into something akin to ideological groups.
The Shield Bearers fought only to protect the peace. Most people fell into this group. We may not act like it, but we have proper ranks too. I'm a corporal, as is Zatz here. The Sword Bearers sought to invade other realms and expand our territory. Of course, few harbor such radical ideas. Most turned a deaf ear to them. No one expected them to take up arms against their countrymen. And now these rebels have the upper hand against the Shield Bearers.
Something you want to ask?
About the war.
4 years ago, 100,000 soldiers garrisoned in the north were wiped out. The work of the Sword Bearers. That triggered the civil war that still drags on now. The Sword Bearers slaughtered their own brethren. Their forces couldn't hold a candle to our own, but they hired scores of formidable mercenaries. These mercenaries were skilled and disciplined, and they fought with astonishing ferocity. The Shield Bearers still had a big edge in numbers, but we were no match for them.
That's not all. The mercenaries also taught the Sword Bearers a despicable practice. Use of a vile, inhumane weapon. Toxic mist. They used it to eradicate our forces in the East City. In one night, we lost 100,000 soldiers. Deadly fumes hung over the entire battlefield. The land was rendered uninhabitable. But the Sword Bearers didn't stop there. They raided the Temple of Fire, and the Fire Vestal fell prey to them. Without the Vestal, the Fire Crystal could not be controlled, causing Mount Karka to erupt violently.
Since then, the Shield Bearers have been struggling just to defend our positions. At that point, things looked grim, so we headed to Grandship to seek reinforcements.
But we ran into the mercenary leader, and our squad was wiped out. We're all that's left.
Ouch.
Now the Sword Bearers and Shield Bearers are locked in battle at Eisenberg. If they break our lines, the Shield Bearers will be routed. Until now, the sea routes were closed, so neither Shield Bearers nor Sword Bearers could be reinforced from outside. That's the only reason we've held out so long. Now that ships are running again, our future hangs by a thread.
Something you want to ask?
Nothing in particular.
Oh, okay then.
Let's get going then. The Shield Bearers are based in the west, but we have to take the long way around.
We'll need to go south a bit first. Once we're through, head back northward.
Keep your eyes peeled as well. We could be set upon at any time.
The shoreline baths. Hey, Dats, what's that smoke rising over the coast? Oh, that's steam from a natural hot spring. A vein of magma empties into the sea there, heating the water. Wow, a real hot spring. They say the waters work wonders on cuts and scrapes, even burns. And, see that cape out there? That one's a mixed bath. Everybody in one big tub. Huh? Ringabell, where are you? Wow, he's nearly out of sight. Heck of a pair of legs on that guy. Is it alright to let him go? We'll be hearing screams from the cape in no time. Nah, it's fine. Nothing to worry about. Around this time, that's right. The mix ought to be mostly Valtoras in the bath now. Baha! Hey, now he's sprinting back this way. He's shouting something. Sounds like, I'll get you, Dats. And he's crying. Yeah, so when he says mixed bath, he's not saying that it's, men and women in the same bath. He's saying that it's all sorts of monsters in the same bath.
Hold it!
I sense danger. Watch out!
Oh, hi.
Nice footwork. You must have been training since we last met, my unworthy disciple.
Master.
Master?
So you are the sword master leading the mercenaries then? The head of the Black Blades, my old master. I wish it weren't so. I wanted to believe you were not capable of such a thing. Tell me, Master, what business have you aiding the sword bearers in their rebellion? Was it your intention to plunge this peaceful country into war?
I ask you back. Do you understand the gravity of what you have done? I hear you have taken up with a Vestal, and now you have released 2 crystals to run out of control. Foolish. You always did have a habit of running with your emotions, not seeing the big picture. You've not changed a bit.
What big picture? You cannot be so deluded as to think starting wars can be justified.
You are still a child if you are only able to see war as right or wrong. You are yet naive. I cannot allow a foundling such as yourself to meddle in the fate of the crystals. Though you are my disciple, and the beloved daughter of a dear friend, I will cut you down with my own blade if you continue this folly, and expose the world to danger.
Commander! Commander Kame-Izumi! The sword-bearer forces have started withdrawing!
What? Can they not understand such basic tactics? We have the Vestal within our grasp, but we cannot let our allies be run down like dogs.
Call off the attack on the shield-bearer headquarters. We must withdraw swiftly and go to the aid of the sword-bearers. Yes, sir!
Wait! Master!
Idia, are you ready to face the consequences of your decision? If you still insist on defying me the next we meet, I shall slay you where you stand. Regardless of how you and I may will it, these are the grave circumstances we find ourselves in. Disciple of the Blade, no more of your insubordination will be tolerated. Understood?
Master.
Is that everyone?
Commander! The ship thought to be harboring the Wind Vestal has been sighted in the waters near Grandship.
The Wind Vestal has already arrived in these lands. I spoke with her myself a while ago, Barbarossa.
Oh? Please tell me you have not captured her yet. I would hate to miss out on that honor.
No, we did not get the chance. Some of our forces were retreating, so we opted to aid our allies as they withdrew.
Did you not think capturing the vessel should take, precedence? Sword Master? This will not do! If we leave the Wind Vestal to her devices, we shall only repeat our failures in Count Isla and Anshine.
The Wind Vestal is here for the crystal. She is no threat while the way to the temple is closed. Given the state of the war, preventing losses is crucial. The Vestal can wait.
And how does your task progress, Kada?
I hear the cleansing of the East City is not yet even half complete.
I'm doing all that I can. Things are going as well as can be expected.
Very well then. Moving on. What is the situation at the Eisenberg Bridge, Praline?
Oh, me? Nothing's really changed there, I guess. I'm sure all the soldiers there are doing their best to make me happy, though. Those shield bearers just don't know when to quit. They won't let us cross the bridge. I put on a smile and sang my best, but nothing. They're a bunch of sourpusses. Oh well, if they can't appreciate my golden voice, it's their loss. Those poor, miserable shield bearers.
If you can keep the main contingent
Time to
of
play
the
Guess the
shield
Class.
bearers pinned down, all shall go as planned.
Got it! I won't let you down. Praline a la mode never disappoints.
More importantly, have we found a way into the Temple of Fire?
He's talking to you, Konoe.
Speak up for a change, Konoe. Your movement is starting to get me down.
It is your killing of the fire vessel that blocked off the way to the temple, after all. I cannot fathom how one so imprudent came to lead a covert force.
I won't be called imprudent by a floundering fool like you. A report on my findings has already been submitted in writing. The way into the Temple of Fire via the southern route by way of the town of Hearthchild has also been blocked by lava, and it's not possible to get through. Via above-ground routes, we are looking into the possibility of the existence of secret passages used by temple worshippers. That is all.
Still can't talk unless disguised, hmm? That must keep you busy.
We should follow up on Konoe's report. Was there any way into the temple by sea?
We looked at a number of landing points, but it doesn't look possible. The coastline there is sheer palisades. All the low ground where a landing might have been possible was covered by lava. Not even I could bring a ship in safely there.
If we just sit idly by, the wind vessel will get there before us.
We must avoid that at all costs. Our objective at this time is to focus on finding a way into the temple. I wish all of you good luck in your endeavors. That will be all. You can return to your duties.
I thought it was funny how the ninja paused at whatever hit the end of the screen. Swordmaster's Sting. At Kami Izumi, we lost an entire squad to the Swordmaster alone. Thinking back on it, we probably only survived because he let us. He seems all calm and peaceful, but as soon as he draws that sword, he's a hurricane. Just talking about it has all the wounds he gave me throbbing. And that same Swordmaster and commander of the mercenary Black Blades is our Idia's teacher. I'm sorry, I guess that's another secret I kept from you, but I didn't want to believe the stories. If it is too painful for you, you are free to walk away, you know. No one is forcing you to join us in this journey. What? Agnes, you don't have to say it like that. Here I haven't the time to hesitate or the leisure to doubt. We must press forward.
Welcome, Wind Vestal. I see you have companions, too. Well met. I am Daniel Goodman, commander of the Shield Bearers. Dax has already filled me in. It seems we have you to thank for getting Zats back to us. Much appreciated.
The thanks are mutual. They helped us out as well.
You did well to repel the Swordmaster for one of your age. I am suitably impressed. With you on our side, we may well turn the tide. It would certainly rally the troops.
We did not fight him off. Our opponent withdrew. And we have not come here to join your war. A Vestal such as I cannot take part in such conflict. Please, do not misunderstand.
Oh, I see.
You could have been a bit less blunt on this.
But I...
Well then, to what do we owe the honor of your presence?
My task here is to awaken the fire crystal. Once that is done, I intend to leave this realm immediately.
Oh, so you have come to quell the seething magma in place of the late Fire Vestal.
Exactly. That is why we need your help. Do you know of a way into the temple?
We are doing all we can to find one, but we have not found a way through the lava yet.
I see.
I am sorry we could not be of more help. We will, of course, do all we can to aid you. A way in shall be found.
You would do that? Even though we cannot fight in your war?
Of course. The Shield Bearers welcome the Vestal and her companions. Feel free to rest your travel-weary bones in town. Dats, show them the way.
Forgive us for not being able to lend a hand.
Not at all. Leave the fighting to us soldiers. It is our job, after all.
Symbol of the Shield Bearers. Commander Goodman really lives up to his name, huh? Down to earth and understanding. Right? Everybody here loves him. Soldiers and townsfolk alike. Respect him, too. He's the reason the Shield Bearers have held together this long. He's the glue. And he practices what he preaches. He's a paragon of self-defense. We never fight to take anything from anybody else. Ever. So, Tiz, mind if I ask what's got the Vestal and Idia all in a bunch? Yeah, it's kind of... Girls are complicated things, and it's a foolish man who asks too many questions. Yeah? That certainly sounds complicated. Archchild, Town of Shieldbearers.
Welcome to Heartschild, bastion of the Shield Bearers. Make yourselves at home.
Whoa, the heat is incredible. Is this town in danger of being swallowed by the lava too?
If it gets any worse, we may have to think about evacuating. Ever since the Fire Vestal passed into the light, Mount Karka has been raging without cease.
The women of this town must be made of strong stuff to put up with this. I could see myself falling for a strong woman. You might even say I favor them. This is the place I have been seeking.
Here we go again.
You're a funny fellow, Ringabel.
Yep.
I'm going on ahead to the commander's residence. Once you've seen the town, you should come and join us. It's that building you can see in the middle of town. Catch you later, then.
I love all of the music in this town, in this continent. Tragedy. This town is awash with sadness. I never truly knew the depths of war's tragedy. It creates nothing, brings happiness to no man. Why do we persist in this madness? Because both sides have beliefs they can't let go, I suppose. Something so precious that it warrants the deaths of countless innocent people? The world is faced with a crisis dire as it has ever seen, and this is what we are doing? Humans fight to secure peace as they envision it. The trouble is, everyone's vision is different. Here I cannot understand it. However lofty the ideals of Sword and Shield, the fact remains that they are engaged in murder. Wherever people gather, emotions run high, and justice and truth are subjective. Where the majority has reached consensus, it is difficult for any one person to resist. And so, I don't want to be the sort of person who just accepts all that as a given. Me neither. At the very least, I swear I will take no woman for granted. I'll give my all, always. And there's the sad, strange ring-a-bell we know and love again.
Ah, you've arrived! We've been waiting for you! Allow me to introduce you. This is the Commander's wife, Eleanor.
Welcome to our humble abode, Windvestal. We are honored to receive you and your companions.
Such beauty! Commander Goodman is a very lucky man. Very lucky indeed.
You are kind to flatter me so. Thank you.
It is no mere flattery. I speak from the heart.
Shut your trap, Ring-a-Bell.
My husband has told me to receive you and your companions as guests of state, Vestal. Please make yourselves at home. Unfortunately, in a time of war, the hospitality I can provide is limited.
Oh, there's no need to go to any trouble for us.
I'll prepare some dinner now. It should be ready in a little while.
She seems nice.
The Commander is so busy with the war effort, he rarely has time to come home to his lovely wife. I sure hope this war is over soon.
What if you surrendered? That would put an end to the fighting, at least.
Surrender is not an option. Please consider your words before you speak, Vestal. Even if we did surrender, and this war ended with the Swordbearers victorious, they would only seek to invade other realms to gain more territory. In other words, others would face the terrors of war next. That is why we must fight.
You are right.
Thank you all for your patience. Dinner is served. The dining hall is this way.
Ring-a-bell? Where are you off to? Off he goes.
No doubt he spotted another pretty girl. He'll be back before too long. This is most regrettable. Most regrettable indeed. The Wind Vestal was as good as ours.
Are you well enough to be here, Victoria?
I am stronger than I appear. Much stronger than you, in fact. Is that not right, Victor?
Just so, Victoria. Alternus pales in comparison to you. Of this, there is no doubt.
See, you have no place being concerned for my well-being, Alternus.
Moving on. We have word from the Black Blades regarding the whereabouts of the Wind Vestal, Lord Marshal. The Wind Vestal has traveled to Eisenberg. She is likely seeking out the Fire Crystal.
So, she aims to awaken all the crystals.
We should have had the Fire Crystal in our possession already. However, the Black Blades slaughtered the Fire Vestal, and since then appear to have done nothing but twiddle their thumbs.
If we captured the Temple of Fire, without first crushing the Shield Bearers, the battle would shift to the Temple. The crystal could be destroyed in the process. That is no doubt what Kami Izumi aims to avoid. Our goal is to wield ultimate control over the crystals. Therefore, the shield bearers must first be purged.
I hear that you and the Swordmaster are old friends, your lordship. This must be why you place such faith in him.
Oh, that is the first I've heard of this.
I trust him more than any other man. And the black blades that he commands are the elite of the elite. The Vestal will never defeat them. They will see their mission through to the end.
Are you sure you do not overestimate them? I could raise that whole realm to the ground in 3 days.
Do not get carried away, Victoria. You have already faced defeat at the hands of the Wind Vestal once.
How dare you! I'll not stand to be insulted by the likes of you, Alternus.
I merely speak fact. Unlike you, the Swordmaster can do more than simply destroy.
Did you hear that, Victor? What a loathsome man.
Just so. Please, refrain from using such language against Victoria, Alternus.
What?
If you do not, you risk coming to harm. Ah, see?
You cast your magic on me?
Are you all right, Alternus? I am afraid it seems my warning came a bit too late.
Relax. I can do more than simply destroy. See? You'll survive. But know this. My spells can scatter your body to the 4 winds at a moment's notice.
Just you try it. Care to see which is faster? Your magic, or the time it takes me to skewer you on my sword?
Alternus! Surely you would not turn your blade on Victoria? If you did, I would be forced to act. And there is no surer way of finding death than that!
Cease this! The both of you! This is the Council of 6. We meet for earnest deliberation. I will not tolerate further victory.
Sir.
Understood.
We will leave the matter of the Wind Vestal to Commander Kamiizumi. If anyone objects, speak now. Nobody? Then it is settled. We are done for today. Alternus, get your wounds tended to.
Oh, ow, 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 ow. Where were you off to at this hour, ring a bell?
I saw the most exquisite girl and followed her out of town. She was a fine specimen indeed.
You're incorrigible, ring a bell. So, what's all the moaning about? Did you hurt yourself?
Yes, I was on the receiving end of a rather sharp whack. It seems my advances were unwanted.
Oh, makes sense.
Morning! Oh, when did you get back, Ring a Bell?
Before dawn. Ow, ow!
This is hardly the time to go wandering off, you know.
Well, what's our next move? We're at a loose end until we find a way into the Temple of Fire.
I'll try to find my own way in.
Right! I think it's best if we split up to cover more ground. Time is of the essence after all.
How about no?
We shield bearers haven't just been loafing around here. We've already tried everything we can think of. We looked into landing from the sea, and we even tried cooling the lava. None of our attempts were successful. If we had an airship, we could sail in no problem, of course.
Perhaps we could go and awaken the Earth Crystal first.
I don't think we'd make it into Eternia, where the Earth Crystal lies. It's surrounded by craggy peaks, so there's no way in on foot. When I was sent to Caldisla, I boarded a high-powered airship owned by the Duchy. Even if we repaired the Echelon, I don't think it could make the trip.
We're stuck, then.
Are you telling the whole truth, Adia? You're not hiding anything from us again?
No need to be rude, Agnes. Instead of just standing around, why don't we lend a hand to the shield bearers?
You mean that? We could certainly use the help, but are you sure?
No, we are not. So you want to go to war now, Tiz?
No. I want to help them end this war as soon as possible.
It sounds like more meddling in the business of strangers to me.
And why not? We have no other way forward. And yet, before us stand a multitude who need our help. We cannot turn a blind eye to them.
I agree with Tiz. Sign me up.
Really? You mean going up against your master, leader of the Black Blade mercenaries?
It is clear from what I have heard that the shield bearers are the white, and the sword bearers are the black in this case.
Black? White? What do you mean?
It is just how I see things. Black and white, good and evil.
Oh, so you see us as the good guys. Can't argue with that.
I'm with you too, Tiz. These damsels in distress must be rescued from the ravages of war.
Trust you to make it about that.
Tiz!
I hope you'll join us too, Agnes. I promise we won't get too mixed up in this conflict.
Nope.
We're more likely to find a lead by traveling around than simply waiting here, anyway. Come with us.
Great. Let's go talk to the commander then.
Eleanor's home cooking. So, what did you think of Eleanor's cooking? Pretty great, right? Absolutely! The sausage was tender and juicy. The potatoes au gratin were like a gooey dream. It was all delicious? Heh, sounds like she rolled out all the classics. There are wartime staples. You eat them a lot? As you can see, this isn't the most fertile patch of land. Potatoes are all that'll grow. And meat shortages mean we're always padding out the sausage with something. All the more impressive, then, that such a feast came from meager supplies. No doubt it was her love for me that gave it such flavor. Yeah, I'll bet. I'm sure poor Eleanor's got plenty of love stocked up by now, with her husband away. But the commander's stuck out on the front lines. He barely gets home these days. I just feel awful for her, stuck in that big house all alone. Well, I hope we can pitch in to help her out somehow. Keeping up with Ring-a-Bell. Idia, care to guess who I was just with? Curious? It's quite the surprise. Fine, fine, tell me about this woman you met. I'll put up with you for a while. So, last night I chanced across to the most unusual lady. She was crawling along the walls and ceilings. What? What kind of girl was this? I couldn't say. An acrobat or some such, I expect. An acrobat? I suppose she could have been practicing. Ah, or perhaps she was on patrol. Noble girl, keeping her home safe. You make her sound like a guard dog gecko thing. And wait, why were you in her house? Ah! Oh, wow. Just remembering the feel of her elbow strike has made me all aflutter. Oof, I can't keep up. Yeah, obviously he happened to cross the ninja as the ninja was spying on us. But he's too dense to figure that out.
You will truly aid us. My eternal thanks. This should raise the troops' spirits.
Only until a way into the Temple of Fire is found.
I understand. Thank you for giving thought to our plight, Wind Vestal.
I'll head back to the old house to check on Zats.
Roger, Dats. Take good care of the lad. I hope you both recover from your wounds soon.
It'd be nice if you had time to go home to your wife sometime, Commander. Be seeing you, Tiz.
Is there something we can help you with, Commander Goodman?
The Sword Bearers have a strong hold called Grapp Keep. Could you go and scout it out?
What do you expect us to find there?
4 years ago, a terrifying weapon known as Toxic Mist was unleashed in the East City near the Keep. 100,000 shield bearers garrisoned there perished in this fiendish smoke, and the East City became a mass grave. We still have not identified the nature of this toxic mist. If we can pin down what it is made from, we may be able to neutralize it and create a cure.
Grapp Keep. Got it. We'll be on our way then.
Grapp Keep is to the northeast of you. I'll notify the guards to let you through.
Hello, I'm Dragon Rider Luke. I'm a Christian streamer, and I'm always up for a friendly chat about my faith. I also think that it's important that people read or hear the Word of God frequently, so the next 5 minutes or so will be a chapter from the Bible. If it feels like I'm skipping around, that's because you're not watching my videos in stream order. Genesis 1. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Now the earth was formless and empty. Darkness was over the surface of the deep, and the Spirit of God was hovering over the waters. And God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. God saw that the light was good, and he separated the light from the darkness. God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And there was evening, and there was morning, the first day. And God said, "Let there be a vault between the waters to separate water from water." So God made the vault and separated the water under the vault from the water above it. And it was so. God called the vault sky. And there was an evening, and there was morning, the second day. And God said, "Let the water under the sky be gathered to one place, and let dry ground appear." And it was so. God called the dry ground land, and the gathered waters he called seas. And God saw that it was good. Then God said, "Let the land produce vegetation, seed-bearing plants and trees on the land that bear fruit with seed in it, according to their various kinds." And it was so. The land produced vegetation, plants bearing seed according to their kinds, and trees bearing fruit with seed in it, according to their kinds. And God saw that it was good. And there was evening, and there was morning, the third day. And God said, "Let there be lights in the vault of the sky, to separate the day from the night, and let them serve as signs to mark sacred times, and days, and years. And let them be lights in the vault of the sky to give light on the earth." And it was so. God made 2 great lights, the greater light to govern the day, and the lesser light to govern the night. He also made the stars. God set them in the vault of the sky to give light on the earth, to govern the day and the night, and to separate light from darkness. And God saw that it was good. And there was evening, and there was morning, the fourth day. And God said, "Let the water teem with living creatures, and let birds fly above the earth across the vault of the sky." So God created the great creatures of the sea, and every living thing with which the water teems and that moves about in it, according to their kinds, and every winged bird according to its kind. And God saw that it was good. God blessed them and said, "Be fruitful and increase in number, and fill the water in the seas, and let the birds increase on the earth." And there was evening, and there was morning, the fifth day. And God said, "Let the land produce living creatures according to their kinds, the livestock, the creatures that move along the ground, and the wild animals, each according to its kind." And it was so. God made the wild animals according to their kinds, the livestock according to their kinds, and all the creatures that move along the ground according to their kinds. And God saw that it was good. Then God said, "Let us make mankind in our image, in our likeness, so that they may rule over the fish in the sea and the birds in the sky, over the livestock and all the wild animals, and over all the creatures that move along the ground." So God created mankind in his own image. In the image of God he created them. Male and female he created them. God blessed them and said to them, "Be fruitful and increase in number, fill the earth and subdue it, rule over the fish in the sea and the birds in the sky, and over every living creature that moves on the ground." Then God said, "I give you every seed-bearing plant on the face of the whole earth, and every tree that has fruit with seed in it. They will be yours for food. And to all the beasts of the earth, and all the birds in the sky, and all the creatures that move along the ground, everything that has the breath of life in it, I give every green plant for food." And it was so. God saw all that he had made, and it was very good. And there was evening, and there was morning, the sixth day. May God bless the reading of his word.
What do you make of that ship?
I have no idea. Oh, you're back.
Has something happened?
Oh, we've just been seeing a mysterious ship pass by us in this harbor ever since the Civil War started.
It gives me the creeps. It's an old sailing ship that's falling to pieces. It always shows up on foggy nights.
Has it tried to harm you?
No, it's just an eerie sight to see. We sometimes hear screams coming from it as well.
Screams?
Well, not exactly screams, more like really loud muttering. You can hear it even when the ship is way off in the distance.
It says something like, "No, no, not here." Perhaps they're looking for something?
When do you see this ship?
The last time was a night about 2 weeks ago. It always sails across the eastern end of this harbor from north to south.
Four shield-bearer warriors. Say, Zats, I met Steiner over at Central Command. So that wily fox yet lives, eh? He was always the brains of the four warriors of the shield-bearers. How's he doing? Good. He's been moving up in the world while we've been hiding out here. He was clad in some magnificent armor. It was really shiny, and by the look on his face, really uncomfortable. And Newer? Is she still trying to steal Commander Goodman away from his wife? Didn't see Newer, so who knows? But rumor has it she's battling Steiner for a promotion. They're fighting to get ahead of one another? That doesn't sound like the four warriors we know. I'd wager scrambling up that ladder of success is a lot more trouble than we can imagine. Yeah, don't think I'll ever understand the allure. Just order me into the fray to bust some heads. That's all I need. Well said. Well said indeed. Yeah, I saw it. The bright moonlight was suddenly obscured by thick fog. And a rickety old sailing ship passed by, though there was no wind in its tattered sails. Hail spirits fluttered around its deck. I heard a voice saying, "No, no," then a hearty laugh. Gahaha! It just about scared me silly, to tell you the truth. Grapp Keep.
Hold it! We've got company.
A ghost's trying to get us!
You're a bit slow. They've been lurking around for a while now.
But it spoke to us!
It seems to be trying to tell us something.
Almost. We almost made it. The shield bearers were on the verge of routing the sword bearers. We had them surrounded, and their spirits were broken. Then that round little command unleashed the mist.
he's back.
There were no allies or enemies. All of those on the battlefield writhed in the mud and perished, clawing at their throats. I'd never known such pain. Every breath felt like fire, and my vision turned blood red. It was as if countless parasites crawled upon my body. There were no allies or enemies. Together we grasped at breaths, sharing unbearable pain as we met our demise.
Oh, that's not fun. That's not going well. And I lost to a random encounter. Yay.
Kata, the Sound Maker. That corpulent commander of the Sword Bearers. He has returned to these lands once more. He had those of us who died from the toxic mist carried to this keep. Then the tests began. Gleeful slicing, all to gauge the effects of his poison. A great success, he said with a smirk. Another breakthrough, as he danced a little jig. There were no allies or enemies. All who died to the mist were sealed within this keep and left to rot. Who knows how long has passed? With excruciating pain, chilling cold, hatred and despair growing within us.
That's terrible. They must pay for this.
Shh! I hear voices. There's someone up ahead.
More spirits?
No, I think it's something else.
How fares the cleansing?
We have just completed our work. See for yourself. A perfect job, no?
It took you 3 years to cleanse this area. Some weapon that is. Countless meaningless deaths. Contaminated land, and what is left? Nothing but lifeless ruin.
Oh, how could you say that, Sword Master? You know nothing of which you speak. To cleanse such a vast area in 3 years would be impossible for anyone but me. My research on the matter continues, and we may be able to reduce the time further.
The master sample of the toxin is in here?
Yes, we have it stored safely.
And there's no danger of it leaking?
Of course not. It is sealed away tight, along with its recipe. Even I, its creator, would not be able to take it from here.
Master.
What do we do? They spoke of a sample of the toxin. It seems something is stored further in.
That's what we need to get hold of.
Kada. Salve maker Kada. Do you even comprehend the results of your actions 4 years ago?
The results? Why, I annihilated 100,000 enemy troops, achieving a brilliant victory!
That was no victory. It was a massacre. Our allies caught in the midst, an entire city brought to ruin, turning the area to wasteland for 4 years.
But without my victory, the sword bearers would be no more. Of that, there is no doubt. A mere 1,000 sword bearers were killed by accident. A minimal loss.
Accident?
We sacrificed 1,000 to defeat 100,000. Far more effective than conventional war. No? Do you believe you could have achieved similar results by clashing blades, Sword Master? I highly doubt it.
I admit that would be impossible.
It's the raid.
He was the one who created the toxic mist.
My master is angered. I have never seen him so enraged.
He's angry? He seems calm enough to me.
What? Can't you sense the rage seething within him? It gives me goosebumps.
The tension is so thick, it chokes.
Oh, I didn't realize it gave the same announcement up above. Sorry.
Our objective is not to slaughter our foes. It is to control the crystals and spread anti-crystalism. Do not forget that. I have no need for an efficient method of killing. I forbade you from using this toxic weapon of yours in the first place.
So, you would have me simply let the sword bearers face defeat? They number just 10,000 against 100,000 shield bearers. They did not stand a chance.
And that is because you pressed on ahead without due caution, eager for a quick result. I ordered you to hold the front line, not exterminate our foes.
I merely saw a chance for victory and seized it. I knew we would prevail.
If you thought you ever had a chance against those odds, it only shows you lack a talent for generalship. Blinded by ambition, you misread the enemy, disobeyed my orders, and then slaughtered both enemy and ally alike. You slew them all like dogs. You showed no respect at all for the warriors on either side. How does mindless killing bring anyone to embrace the ideals we uphold? Know this. The next time you disobey my orders for your own selfish ends, you will fall to my sword.
I understand completely. I will not let you down.
I shall return to Starkport. You stay back and see that the wounded are cared for.
Of course. Who does he think he is, spouting such nonsense? What a hypocrite! There is no place for heroism or pride in war. To seek such things is a fool's errand. I'll show him one day. Once I get that sample back.
Wow.
We can't leave such a deadly substance here.
We should take it back with us.
Right.
Was not expecting that.
Can't sleep, huh?
Oh, it's just... I've had a few restless nights lately.
For a while, no?
Huh?
Ever since we've been traveling together, you've been like this. You haven't slept well in a while, have you?
You noticed?
Any idea why? There must be a reason for it.
There is, actually.
And we got none of it. Okay. Well, at any rate. That's going to be it for today. So, when we come back next time, we'll see about continuing the story, possibly figure out what's going on with Tiz, which sounds like a side quest to me. And almost certainly get some more asterisks. At any rate, that's going to be all for today, so thanks for watching, and I hope to see you next time.